Hello everybody, this is Goufsome Fox coming at you with a match here in the Nemo 3, and this is going to be a 600 cost match here. We're going to be in Underground Base, and yeah, this is the buffed Nemo 3 that was recently in the April 2024 unit adjustments, and it got some really nice buffs with it, as well as a few other supports as well. Seems like the support buff list has been really nice, so there's a lot of those I am wanting to try out in the future. But for now, I do have the Nemo 3, and I'm just going to start by saying that these buffs feel really, really nice for the suit. And, well, we'll jump right into it here. We are going to be starting off, or I should actually mention, yeah, Nemo 3 is a support, if I didn't mention that already, and at its native cost, it would be a 500. And again, this is the level 3 600 cost version. I believe this is currently the highest cost version of the Nemo 3 when I checked. So, yeah, with that out of the way, now we can jump into the unit adjustments. And starting off with our unit features. The unit HP was increased from 15,500 to 17,000. So that's actually a pretty substantial amount of HP increase there, which is really nice. This has also been applied to upper levels as well. The unit skill, High Performance Radar level 2, was increased to level 3. For the level 2 version specifically, the range attack boost was increased from 46 to 50. The upper levels have also been enhanced. And the level 2 unit skill, Thruster Output Increase level 1, has been given. And then for the level 3 variant specifically, the level 3 unit skill, Thruster Output Increase level 2, has been given. So basically that last one for the level 3 version here is same as the level 2, but just a higher level of that skill. And well, that's everything for the unit features. So now we can take a look at the two sub-weapons for this suit that have been changed. The first one is going to be the Quad-Link Head-Mounted Vulcan, and this probably has the biggest change out of anything this suit has. And that is that the power was increased from 80 to 90, so you already got a little extra damage there, and of course this applies to upper levels. And then the rate of fire has been increased, and if you can see here, yeah, the rate of fire is basically similar to that of a Gundam Mark II's Vulcan pod, so, yeah, really, really nice pair of Vulcans here. They are pretty decent for getting accumulation stun already, so just having that increased firing speed, yeah, definitely some nice changes here. And then finally for sub-weapons, we have the beam cannon. There's that beam cannon on the left shoulder there. And what this got is that the ammo amount has been increased from 5 to 6, so you do have one extra round to work with. And for the level 2 specifically, the power was increased from 2,050 to 2,200. And upper levels have also been enhanced for this as well. So yeah, again, another case of you do get some extra damage using the cannon, which being that you are already a support, yeah, that's going to be some pretty nice damage to generals. And yeah, that is the full unit adjustment list here. And yeah, some really nice changes here for the Nemo 3, especially again those Vulcans. I do think the Vulcans are going to be one of the best changes that this suit has going to see so far. And right now I'm just trying to fly back to point B. Didn't want to call in my suit at point C because I thought I'd be way too vulnerable being that close to the enemy base. Unfortunately there is a stealth unit around here though, so I am going to try to warn my teammates of that. And right now I'm just looking around trying to make sure I get back to my suit. But, yeah, Nemo 3 overall, I mean, the Nemo 3 already did feel like a really fun suit before the buff. But looking at some of the reference data here, and yeah, this is the highest level at level 3, 600 cost. Yeah, you can kind of see why they did make the changes they did. If we're looking at its native 500 cost, the average win rate for support was 51.1, and this suit had a 47.5. So yeah, definitely below average there, and that's kind of the same thing with the rival win rate as well. And even the damage was not as good compared to other supports. Average damage was 71,055, while this suit was at 65,185, so yeah, definitely a bit on the weaker front there it seemed compared to the other options you have at 500, and admittedly when it comes to 500, 550, and 600, there are a lot of good support options that can be selected, so not really too hard to understand why they would want to make some changes to this suit to, help it keep up with the times. And again, really nothing too, big, I would say. Again, aside from the Vulcans, not really nothing too big here. I would say some of the other supports may have gotten some bigger changes, one of those being the Gun Tank 2, which I do want to cover at some point, because I believe the Gun Tank 2 does have, high performance balancer level 1 now, so I believe that means it can pretty much just go straight into its melee. I think that might be what that is. I think it might be when you fall or something, then you can just go straight into melee with the Gun Tank 2. So that's going to be a pretty interesting thing to see, because the Gun Tank 2 has its own unique melee pattern. So yeah, definitely something I will be wanting to try out in the future. And I guess one more unit adjustment, since it's not really something I'm going to cover in the future, because I don't have this suit. The Perfect Gundam TB did finally get its nerfs here, so I'll do a quick little coverage of that as well. So literally just what we have for the Perfect Gundam TB, that is a general at 550. For unit features, the unit HP was reduced from 19,000 to 17,000, and its speed was reduced from 140 to 135. For the main melee weapon, the Perfect Gundam Beam Saber TB, they adjusted the compensation for lower melee attacks, and then for its skill defensive shots, it adjusted the damage reduction effect to the shield, and skill effects are no longer generated while the unit is down. So I'm not really sure what defensive shot does. I believe that's its skill that applies to the shield when you have the beam rifle out. I believe that might be what that skill is, but just the small list of Perfect Gundam TB nerfs there. Just something I wanted to throw in as a little extra bit of information. But Nemo 3 here, as you can see, I'm just trying to stay on this bridge here. There's an enemy GPO-1, so I'm going to try to see, and as you see, a little over 3,000 damage to a GPO-1, which is pretty nice, and 126 damage to a raid type. So, again, it looks like the damage is really nice there. Try to go in for a tackle, because I thought that's maybe what the GPO-4 was going to do. Doesn't look like that's the case, though. Now they're going in for a melee, and that's going to do a pretty, kind of good chunk of damage to me. Luckily, I am still alive, and here's a low-health Hayakushiki. I believe that's a mass production type Kai. Yeah, because it does not have the shoulder, from the looks of it, the shoulder cannon. So, regular Hayakushiki Kai, not a mass production type. And try to finish off this Gelgu Kianos, but not going to be able to get him with the Vulcans in time. And that's going to be the end of this match here. And we'll see how we did here with the buffed Nemo 3. Mission completed. And looks like top in assist for this match here did beat my rival, who I assume might be the GPO-4. Let's see, just sending some praises around. And second place overall with 3 kills and 1 loss. Second place in damage, so pretty good damage dealt there. And that's going to do it for that match there in the buffed Nemo 3. Again, lots of good stuff here. A lot of the units that they have on this list do look like they've gotten some really decent looking buffs. So, some interesting unique ones too. Like the Balanuk Shaman does have the special infiltration device skill now, which I believe is something the Gundam Mark IV had. It's the one that lets us switch to fake beacon and stealth. And I really don't play the Balanuk that much, but it might be something that another thing I might try out. Not entirely too sure about that one yet, but we'll see what the future holds. And with that, that's going to be the end of this video here. Comment down below what you think about the buffed Nemo 3 or the nerfed Perfect Gundam TB. I'd be interested to hear opinions on both of those. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And with that, I will see you all in the next one. Later.